IGF2, or insulin-like growth factor 2, is an essential regulator of fetal and placental growth and development. This is because it enhances placental nutrition transport, and in fetal growth it promotes the growth and proliferation of various developing tissues. Overexpression of Ig2 is associated with fetal overgrowth, and research has shown a significant decrease in the IGF2 mRNA levels in placenta. And research has shown that in fetal growth restriction pregnancies, there's a significant decrease in IGF2 mRNA levels in the placenta. We can test for these levels using a BCA assay. This is a highly sensitive assay to quantify protein concentrations using a known protein concentration to create a standard curve. 2 milligrams per milliliter of BSA is commonly used as this gives an accurate standard curve. And we use BCA to identify copper ions reduced by the protein present. So you would measure the absorbance of the protein at different concentrations and plot this on a graph to create a standard curve. You can then select 2 constant points throughout this graph to calculate the slope. You then work out the difference between these. You then work out the difference between the 2 y-axes and the 2 x-axes points, and then you divide the y by the x difference, and this gives you the slope. Where the curve or line crosses the y-axis is the c value, so this is the y-intercept. When you are given a sample and asked to find the concentration, you can then use the equation y equals mx plus c to calculate the concentration. Y being the average absorption that is measured, which in this case is 1.197. You then have mx, you've already worked out m, which is the concentration. You already worked out m, which is the slope of the line. In this case, it is 0.0011. You need to work out the concentration, which is x, and you know what c is because this is the y-intercept, and in this case it is 0.1. From this you can work out the concentration by rearranging the equation as concentration equals average absorption minus the y-intercept divided by the slope. So in this case it will be x equals 1.197 minus 0.1 divided by 0.0011. So in this example, the concentration would be 997.27. You can also use these types of graphs to determine if expression is normal, under or overexpressed based on standard expected values, which can be added onto the graph.